What's up everyone, this is Trainer Dell, and in this video I have for you a box opening of this Duelist Pack Rivals of the Pharaoh. Little Yugi there that I've been maining in Duel Links lately. Silent Swordsman, oh my goodness. I think like the end of the Yugi era and then the GX era, Silent Swordsman was like my deck that I played. But I mean back then it was a little easier to play than now. Because, Yu-Gi-Oh! Was a lot slower. You had, like, the staple monsters, and you can run, like, whatever you wanted to supplement that. So I would play, like, Warrior Support, DD Warrior Ladies, DD Assailant, all those great staples back in the day. Maybe I'll even rebuild that eventually. But I've had this for a few months now. Let's just open it. And, man, I just kind of had it in my room, and I like the look of it. So I'll definitely keep this box and keep it on display. But yeah, let's see what we get. And Konami, please. I think the Silent Swordsman archetype would be amazing in Duel Links if we just had that card. That's like the only thing we need left. And this, I remember when this came out, I bought so many packs, and then I was like, you know what? I should just buy the singles to get my collection. So yeah, I have all the stuff I usually want, but I would love to get another, more Silent Swordsmans, more Silent Magicians. So let's just get right into it. It'd be a lot easier to just get this sideways. Start cracking packs right off the bat. And I'm probably gonna save all these because I like that art. So Blast held by Tribute, I believe used by Ishizu on Kaiba. The Spirit Message N and A and L. And Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. So Lan, the main character of, what's that? Of Mega Man. So yeah, I'm filming this the week of Thanksgiving. You guys are probably gonna see this the week after, hopefully. If I can upload. Sometimes my internet just doesn't work. Happens. Yellow Gadget, which I believe there's gonna be a new gadget. Necroface, like a gadget link. Silent Swords level 3. Let's go. Magnet Reverse for the first super. Target one of your machine or rock type monsters that is banished or is in your graveyard. And then normal special summon. Thousand Eyes Restrict, which is pretty good. So first super Magnet Reverse. I'm like, man, is there just dirt everywhere on my map? That's pretty cool. I remember that card was being utilized, when was it? Early ABC era. Just because you could special summon stuff. Temple of the Kings, Exchange of the Spirit, Dedication to Light and Darkness, Magician level 4, and Dragon Shrine. Dragon Shrine is always a cool card to have. Because dragons are just prevalent, like, always. They're not, like, top tier or anything, but dragons are just always around. Red Gadget, Hell Poemer, Sangan, Lil Sangan, Blasted by Tribute, and YZ Tank Dragon. I believe the one of the Duelist packs I just like pulled a lot of foils. I think it was the legendary, the White Abyss one with Kaiba in the front. So hopefully Yugi could bring me the same, the rivals. So yeah, Shiny, Swords Level 5, which was like Cloud Strife, Dark Necrofear, and Metal Reflex Slime. That's another reason why I like the Silent Swordsman family, because just 5 look like Cloud Strife to me. I'm pretty sure those comparisons are like for a whole lot of people. And Final Fantasy VII is my favorite game, and there's like a Silent Swordsman level 7. N, A, and L. Do these just come together? Are they best friends? Ooh, Silver's Crying Super. Target 1 Dragon type normal monster in graveyard, special summon. I hate Blue Eyes decks in Duel Links because they have that card. Such a good card to have, I like Silver's Cry. It can be utilized in not only Blue Eyes, but like Red Eyes. Maybe it would have been a cool card to have an old school disaster. No, I guess it wouldn't. Not an old school disaster. Speak of 7 right there. Necroface. Woo! Silent Swordsman. Let's go right here. Which is, this can bring out that pretty easily, which would be so amazing. So it's my first Ultra, a card I really want. I can't have enough of this. I just like this card so much. Silent Swordsman. And you know, I'm thinking about adding these to my Noble Knights for extra negation. So cannot be normal summoned set. Must be special summoned from your hand by attributing 1 warrior type monster and cannot be special summoned by other ways, which why the restriction on that? But you'll see why. Because once per turn during the standby phase, this card gains 500 attack, which is like whatever's. But the once per turn during either player's turn, when a spell card is activated, you can negate the activation. If this card is destroyed by battle, or is in the if this card is in its owner's control, is destroyed by an opponent's card effect, so by, you know, opponent, you can special summon 1 Silent Sword monster from your hand or deck except this card, ignoring summoning conditions. So you can bring out level 7, and that is just a good, you know, really good support. Like the Silent Swordsman, Silent Magician. This one doesn't see as much competitive play, but you know, maybe teching 1 or 2 in the Noble Knights would be pretty cool. So then you have extra negation on board. It's something that I've been kind of seeing float around. So I have my personal set, so anything extra, maybe I'll, you know, test around and then put in places. But I would like to build an actual like silent deck. Dedication to Light Darkness, Silent Magician 4, and Dragon's Mirror. You know, it'd be pretty cool to actually build one, but like, it wouldn't, I don't know. Mixing it with the Phantom Knights seemed like the best thing to do, and right now Phantom Knights are probably easy to build because they're all common. Silent Kings, Mystical Beast Sector, and Dragon Master Knight. I like when they do that combo in the Abridged series. When Yugi and Kaiba's like, let's just do that we've never done before. Well, its friends aren't here. Silent Swordsman, Blast Level Tribute, and Fiend's Sanctuary. So how much is that? There's a whole lot of packs. There's 36 packs, 5 cards per pack, which is pretty cool. So there's a lot of opening in this set. And it has like the old school Tribute Burial. You cannot special summon for the rest of the turn. Once during this turn, you can conduct a tribute summon that requires 2 tributes by banishing 1 monster from each graveyard. So it's pretty alright. I think people were trying to test it for other things. I mean, this set, if you think about it, has some good support for certain things. But ABC had, I believe, just come out and it just didn't care about any of this stuff. Like Silver's Cry, Tribute Burial for Blue Eyes, amazing if you think about it. But Blue Eyes was so fast, it didn't really need that. Helpoemer, 8, Necrofear, Dark Sanctuary. Ooh, another Ultra right here. I've never had this card, but this is Bakura's card, or at least Yami's Bakura, and oh man, that looks really cool. I'm actually really stoked to have this card. So if a Spirit Message card would be placed on your field with Destiny Board, you can special summon it as a normal monster. And if you do, it is unaffected by card effects except Destiny Board and cannot be targeted for attacks, but it does not prevent your opponent from attacking you directly. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, toss a coin. If the result is heads, negate the attack. And if you do, inflict damage to your opponent equal to half the current attack. So it's kind of like, and Dark Magician Cast, which is cool. So it's kind of like a mini half, it's kind of like Fairy Box mixed with Magic Cylinder. If you guys remember that. I think Fairy Box you have to like choose, but that's what I always felt about that card. Nothing really too competitive in this set, I guess, except for Silver's Cry at the time and maybe Magnaverse. But it's just a cool set. It's just cool to have Castle of the Dragon Souls. It's cool to have. It's cool to see. Like I said, I've had this box. It's something that I wanted just to keep because I love the Silent Swordsman and just Little Yugi. I think Little Yugi doesn't get the recognition he deserves. And I've just been a big fan of little Yugi for a while. I mean, I love Yami. Like, who doesn't? Ooh, Metal Reflex line. Yami is just G. But, you know, little Yugi came to his own, and he was able to defeat the Pharaoh. These are actually first edition. Are there any, like, non-first edition of these? I don't know. I guess something to look at. Moon Fortress, Yellow, Necroface, Silent Burning, which is the Silent Magician support. So during the battle phase, if you control Silent Magician monster and have more cards than your in your hand than your opponent, each player draws until they have 6 cards in their hand. This card's activation and effect cannot be negated. You can banish this card from your graveyard, add 1 Silent Magician monster from your deck to your hand. So in Duel Links, I definitely do not play this. I mean, it's alright. Dark Magician of Chaos again. It's alright. But I don't really play it as much. I play like a Silent Swordsman deck, and I would love to have this and a Noble Knight deck, because they all come in like that same pack. But then I kind of like bought the Silent Magician deck or whatever it was, and I ran one for a while, but I don't know, I just took it out and I just want to be more aggressive. But I mean, it makes the Silent Magician pretty strong. Necrofear, Mystical Beast, Destiny Board, F, and Dragon's Mane. I don't know, let me know what you play, if you guys play Duel Links or anything like that. So far, 6 hollows? So far. Sounds 3, Red Gadget, Hull Polymer, Sanyan, Castle Councils. So this is the last card of the first half, which is how much? 36. So 18 packs. So 1/3, I believe. 1/3 of the packs I've opened so far have had foils. 4. Stronghold. Silent Paladin. Whoa, and YZ. So this is like the daughter, I guess you could say, of Silent Swordsman, Silent Magician. But for another ultra rare. I only have one of these, so the second one is pretty welcome. Especially if I do want to build like a little fun silent deck. So it's a fairy. So, you know, you can't like just normal summon it and then tribute it for one of these. But it's alright. It's a searcher. When this card is normal summon, you can add 1 Silent Sword level 3 or Silent Magician level 4 from your deck to your hand. During either player's turn, when a spell card is activated that targets exactly 1 monster you control, you can negate it. This effect can only be used once while it's face up on the field, so that's a little hard, a little restriction. If this card is destroyed by battle, or if this card is in order destroyed by a card effect, you can target 1 light level monster in your graveyard, add it to your hand. So it's alright. It just has really low attack. Like if they were swapped like 1500 attack, it would. I think it'd be like really playable. And if it had like an effect where, I believe there's cards that like can be both light and dark attribute at the same time. If it was like a fairy, but then it was on the field, like recognized as warrior and like spellcaster, that'd have been really cool. Silent Magician level 4, 5, Silent level 5, and Tribute Burial again. I forget you can get like multiple of the same hollows. So Tribute Burial right again. There's just a foil party going on. I guess I should move this over here. Show a pack being opened in front of the camera. It's always weird for me to do that. Ha. Red Gadget, Spirit Message L, Spirit Message I, Sanyan, and Thousand Eyes Restrict. Which, am I wrong? Is that my second one only so far? Which is pretty, I guess, alright. I don't mind having more of those. The upgraded version of it in the other Duelist pack, I think the Millennium one, man, the cards in there are expensive. Sounds like, 3, Dark Necrofear, there's Blood's Ultimate, and Destiny Board. Like, it trips me out. I'm like, wow. Like, are they even really played? I'm just going to take these out. Make it a little easier on me. let's just zone, like just speed right through it. Glass Hell, Destiny Board, Red Gadget, YZA. Because I'm like, wow, it's already 15 minutes. Ah! Well, you know what? That pack, I guess, wants to be open last. Let's respect its wish. I think just like darted right out of my hand. Dedication, Silent, Temple of Kings, Thousand Eyes of Strike. So definitely not just two. I have at least a play set. Because maybe I had another one and I just didn't pay attention. Seems to happen. Like when you watch these videos, you're like, oh yeah, you definitely had more. But when you're like doing it and you're just like thinking, oh man, I just kind of like showed off everything. I'm just like, whoa. You forget. You're so lost in thought. And this pack is not cooperating with me. Oh, please don't bend something if I... Oh, this is so scary. 5, 7, and Fiend Sanctuary. Like, I guess if you want to make like a common out. You know what? Two of the cards that I would like to have. I mean, I got one of them, but I would like to have another Silent Sword Slash for fun, and then Silent Magician, which not that one, not 8, but the new one, the retrain version. Yeah. That's a Tribute Castle. So yeah, how many are those? That's 5, 8 out of 36 so far. Or well, not out of 36, but out of the ones I've opened. Magnet Force. This turn, all monsters on the field whose original types are machine or rock are unaffected by opponents' monster effects, except their own. So trap card. Talking about foils, and then you just get another foil. Sanyan, A. Oh, 17 minutes. Come on. I want to get this in before 20. Help Flammer, Metal Reflex Line. There's like a Silent Swordsman and stuff. I feel like the colors just changed. Determined Yugi. Just go right to Silver's Cry. You know, not a bad second one to get. Honestly, another Silver's Cry. I think I have a playset. Like altogether, I think I only have one, and now I have a whole playset, which is cool. Huh, Green Gadget, Green Sanctuary. I'm gonna have to move my chair to get this last pack down here. I still got 4 packs to go. 3 up here, and then the one that just kind of wanted to be last. I don't know if there's anything good in it. I hope so. I hope that's the reason. I'm hoping for maybe another foil. Another ultra would be awesome. Oh, Missile Beast. So yeah, Temple of the Kings. So there's here. And after this, one Neutron Blast. Another ultra. Crazy. Which, when I was buying packs, I think this is like the first ultra I pulled. Target 1 fusion to summon Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon you control this turn. It can make a second attack and third attack during each battle phase. Also, when it attacks, one of its cards cannot be activated. So, really, like OTK, like an enabler. That's what it's used for. But it's just so hard to get out Ultimate Dragon. And last pack, I think that's about it. Maybe that's how the ratios go. It'd be awesome. So last pack, let's see if there's anything good. No. Oh, Silent Sword Slash. All right. I thought that the Green Gadget was it, but hey, Silent Sword Slash to go along with the Silent Swordsman. A good, what a way to end this. So target 1 Silent Swordsman monster you control. That monster you control gains 1500 attack and defense, and if it does until the end of this turn, is unaffected by opponent's card effects. This card's activation and effect cannot be negated. You can banish this card from graveyard, add 1 Silent Swordsman monster from your deck to your hand. Amazing, amazing card. I definitely played 3 of this in Duel Links in my Silent Swordsman deck. Man. All right, so that was the pack fell. It knew how to end on a good way. I got these 2, so that's awesome to get. I love the Silent Swordsman archetype, so hopefully I do build something around it. So yeah, thank you for watching. Peace.